Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a shop update preview. The shop update will be this Friday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. I have a variety of things to be putting in the shop and I'm so excited because I wanted this update to be fun and festive and some different things, some of course yarn, always yarn, but I definitely wanted to have some options in case you were looking for a really nice gift for someone in your life, even someone who might be a little difficult to give gifts to. So I am excited to show you everything and let's get started. So I want to remind you really quickly that we do have our clubs in the shop right now. December pre-orders are still up until the end of November. We have our Sun Club, which is our bold and bright full skeins sock sets. We have a couple of different bases to choose from. And then we have our mini mystery club, which is a set of 3 minis, either in a sock weight or a DK weight. And they're always really fun to add to a scrappy project or to add stripes. So those are in the shop right now, and the December pre-orders are available until the end of November. Okay, the first items I want to update you on is that I received a new shipment of Kinu yarn, which is quickly becoming one of my favorites, and it has for a while. This is a beautiful 100% silk noil yarn. It is a matte finish yarn, a little bit less than a fingering weight. It has 464 yards per 50 grams. And so if you've been following me for a while, you know what I love about this yarn, but I love layering it with all different kinds of colors. One thing that I've found that I love, one pattern is the ranunculus, and I just hold a skein of this, hold a skein of my Latte sock base, which also has 464 yards. So these two pair perfectly together. And I love layering them with either a US 10 needle, a US 8 needle, depending on what pattern you are looking for. But these yarns have incredible drape, so soft. And I have a rainbow of colors on my shop, but I just added these new colors and I thought I would update you on them. I don't wait until shop updates to update my shop. So in case you're ever looking for a restock, I can give you a heads up. You can just contact me down below and I would be happy to share with you when I get these back in stock, because I just automatically update the shop. But the new colors I'll be carrying are white and black. So these are pure white, pure black, no flecks. They're really great for you purists out there who really want just white and black. And I think this would be beautiful with an undyed yarn. The white would be. And then also the black I think would be really pretty with Onyx, which is a very dark charcoal shade that I carry in the shop. And so those would look great together. I also restocked light gray, which is this beautiful fleck. And I would probably pair it with oyster. Oyster's a little lighter than the light gray. And one of the grays, I have a couple different grays of the Kinu in the shop, and the best match, if you really wanted these matchy, I think the best match would probably be snow gray. But if you ever have a question about which yarns look good together and which colors, I'd be more than happy to take some photos and email them to you. You just have to let me know. I'll also be carrying Capri blue, and I really like this one. It's kind of a peacock blue, kind of a blue-green color with flecks. I think this is very, very pretty. And this would look great. Let me get a blue. This would obviously look great with some of the blue colorways that I have in the shop, some variegated colorways, but let me show you here with Sea Spray. This is what it looks like. So Sea Spray to me is a little bit on the bluer, like headed toward purpley side. Here it is with Poolside. So it's a little greener than Poolside. And then this is Clearwater. Clearwater is greener and definitely more neon than the Capri blue. So any of these blues would look, blue greenies would look really good with this Capri blue, and I have several other blues and greens in the shop. And then the last color that I'm really excited that I finally was able to get in is peach. And so this is exactly what it says is peach. It is slightly flecked. It has some lighter colored flecks, but this is the color that I used with, I believe it was Tropical Me. I've been rearranging these shelves to fit in more and more yarn. So sometimes I don't know where all my yarn is. But this is peach with Tropical Me, and I paired these two together with a ranunculus, or with a for our ranunculus, and it was for my daughter, and it just turned out so beautiful. The peach kind of subdued all of the, you know, some of the more like saturated extreme colors, and it just kind of provided like a watercolor effect. It was beautiful. So I think that you could, even if you really want to go variegated, you could pair Capri Blue with Tropical Me. That would be really pretty as well. But there's so many different options, and I have had so much fun layering yarns and just creating my own fabric, knitting some swatches to see and blocking them to see like what they actually become when I knit them on different needles, different size needles, and then looking for a pattern that matches that fabric. And I've had so much fun doing that. Obviously the ranunculus is a really easy, it's an easy pattern, but it's an easy example of a beautiful fabric on a US 10. It's just a beautiful project. So that is the Ito Kinu. I am waiting on a restock of the pink, though, the cherry blossom. It's a beautiful, kind of like a pink lavender color. It's so pretty. It's like peach, but it's more of a pink color. Here's some weaving thread. It's kind of like this, but I'm still waiting for that from the manufacturer. So it's on its way. It's just taking a while to get here. So that's the Ito Kinu. I will also be restocking, speaking of Onyx, I will also be restocking Onyx on my Noe Mohair silk. If you have received an advent calendar, I'm just going to say I've just so you know, this is in the shop. And I can also dye some to order if you would like some. So let's go into, before I get to my yarn that I've dyed, I'd like to go through some of my market items. These are just kind of like home good items, knitting accessories, things like that. And I really love these additions to the shop. So the first one I am going to be adding are some Sunwashed towels, and I love these towels so much. I weave them on my floor loom here in the studio, and it is one of my favorite things to do. I love weaving so much, and they're just a beautiful kind of beachy, sunwashed, slubby, slightly imperfect fabric, and they're so absorbent. They're 100% cotton, and they're just so beautiful. So I will have all of my normal colors in stock. So all of these colors actually coordinate with the handmade mugs that I carry in the shop. I actually have some coffee right here in my coral conch mug, and this is the coral conch towel, and they coordinate really beautifully with each other. So if you're looking for a gift, a handmade towel, a handmade mug, those are actually really beautiful together, and they're such a thoughtful gift, but they're for anyone in your life. Everyone uses mugs, everyone uses towels. So I also have just so many colors. Yellows, greens. The two new colors, actually, this one's kind of a fun towel. This one I wove with some leftover yarns, and I thought it looked kind of holiday, kind of has some holiday colors, but kind of not. It's just kind of a striped, fun towel. And I'm really excited because I actually got some new tags for my towels. So that's been really fun to use those. But I'll have one of these. And then the colors, because I do have 2 more colors of mugs that I've added to the shop. This one is all neutrals, which I think is really pretty and very unusual for my kind of making. And this coordinates really beautifully with the white neutral mugs that I have in the shop. And then I also have this towel, which I really like. All these kind of like mauve pinks. There's a really beautiful peach in here, but this coordinates really well with the raspberry pink mug. So I will have a variety of towels in the shop, and I actually have some holiday colored towels, very non-traditional colors, hot pinks. I have so much weaving thread around here. I have so many pinks. I have greens, of course, but they're all just like so bright and pretty. And these are the colors I'm weaving with right now, weaving some more striped towels. So I may pop those in the shop at a later time, but those are kind of my current work in progress right now. So they're not ready for the update. I will also be carrying a new to me product. I'm very excited about this because I've been using this personally. And this brand is called Wild and Tea. So this is also a really fun gift idea for, I mean, it's great for yourself or for someone on your list. It would be beautiful paired with a handmade mug. But these are herbal teas, and the ingredients are right on the back. They're very clean. They're really delicious. So this one is tropical turmeric. It has mango, papaya, it has some other fruits in it. So this would be really good. I think it'd be delicious as an iced tea. I also have this one. It's called Blue Chai. And so it has the chai flavors, kind of those spicy flavors, but then it also has blue butterfly pea in here, so it ends up being a really beautiful blue colored tea, which is really fun. And then this one, I have really loved this one. It's called Quiet Mind, and it has chamomile, passion flower, lemon balm, and I really, really love those herbs. They're so relaxing. So sometimes in the late afternoon or in the evening, I will drink a cup of this, and it's so calming. I really love this. So those will be in the shop, and I would love to hear your feedback about them because they're new and I really love them. And so I hope everyone else loves them as well. I also am carrying 2 new items, and these are specifically for, I guess, connected to other items I have in the shop. So one of them are these little yarn scales, and these are tiny scales that are so great for weighing your yarn and planning projects. And I use mine all the time. And it's so small. It's so great to throw in a knitting basket and carry it around with you and weigh your minis or weigh your little scraps of yarn and see if you have enough for a project. One thing I really like to do is if I have an actual cake of yarn left over from a project, I love to label it just with like a piece of masking tape and write how many grams are on it. Because then when I'm looking through my basket and I'm planning a project and maybe I don't want to break into a skein of yarn, maybe I don't want to buy any yarn, I just go through my big basket of leftover yarn and I can see instantly how many grams I have in a cake of yarn and see if it would work for a project. So those yarn scales are really handy and you can buy them everywhere, but I thought I would put some in the shop in case you are interested and want to throw it into your cart while you are also buying other things like yarn, because that's what we buy here, right? And then the final market item I'm going to be listing is this tea infuser. And it's a stick tea infuser, and so what you do is you can just open it up and put your loose tea right in there. I forgot to mention the Wild and Tea brand that I'm carrying right now is a loose tea. So these tea infusers are great, and they fit right in your mug, and you can stir with the actual infuser. I've really enjoyed mine, and so I thought maybe you would be interested in them as well. I have one more thing I want to share with you. I almost forgot about these. I'm restocking some needle stoppers in the shop. So they come packaged in these little holographic envelopes with my logo on the back. And I'm restocking some of these really cute snowflakes. The sweaters, which I also have. I have multiple colors of both the sweaters and the snowflakes. I love this snowflake in rose gold. It's so pretty. It's kind of shimmery. And then I have a couple of new ones. So this is a cute Santa needle stopper, which I think is so cute. I love these. And then I also have gingerbread men, which I think is so cute. I think those are adorable. They'd be so much fun with your crafting and your knitting this season. So yeah, so those are just some little fun add-ons to your project. All right, the first colorway, this is a new colorway. A lot of these are new, and a lot of them are holiday or seasonal. So some you may have seen, some maybe not, but this one is called Current Mood. And I always have kind of an ocean theme or beach theme with all of my yarns. So Current Mood is kind of a pun, I guess. So all of the yarn I'm showing today, besides the Onyx Noe Mohair Silk, all of these yarns will be in sock sets. And I did that purposefully because they are so great to give as gifts to your knitting friends or to your crocheting friends. And they also just make really great portable projects, and they're simple projects, which is really nice during the holidays. So these will all be in sock sets. This is Current Mood. The next colorway is also new, and this is called Just for the Halibut. I love this one with this lavender and then this beautiful green. Oh, I love that together. I think those are really pretty. And I thought these were really pretty just as coordinating colors. So this one is Just for the Halibut. The next one is a colorway I've had in the shop for a while. This is Sea Glass Summer. And oh, I just love the colors in this. They're so, so pretty. The greens and the pinks, they're so beautiful next to each other. The next one is a holiday color that's been around for a while. This is Merry Gingerbread. And it's paired with a beautiful hot pink mini. And this colorway in particular, I dye it so when you knit it into a sock, it's specifically, I mean, you can knit it into other things, but I dye it so it turns into micro stripes when you knit a sock. So basically you get 1 or 2 rounds of this beautiful gingerbread spicy brown, and then the next 1 or 2 rounds will be this beautiful cream color with all these fun speckles. So it's such a fun colorway to knit up. And that one's called Merry Gingerbread. The next yarn is seasonal, but it's not Christmassy or New Year's or anything. This one is Southern Pumpkin Latte, and it's very autumnal, but I feel like you could, I feel like you could knit it year round because you've got this beautiful hot pink and you've got a couple of different pinks in here as well as orange, and it's speckled. I think these are so pretty. This is definitely one of my favorites. So this is Southern Pumpkin Latte. The next one is a new colorway, which I am loving. This is called See What I Did There. Another pun, which I love. This is a beautiful, pale, bright green. I was going to say neon. I guess it is pretty neon, but it's almost like a pastel neon. And then the blue is really beautiful as well. It's this beautiful, icy, very pale blue with some really delicate speckles all over. And then I put this gorgeous purple, pinky purple mini with them. So this new colorway is called See What I Did There. The next colorway that I'll be listing is called Candy Cane Crush. And I have dyed this before and put in the shop. This is also a micro stripe colorway. So it's so cute knit up because it's 1 or 2 rounds of this cute cherry red. And then the next 1 or 2 rounds is a beautiful kind of a pale, almost white with these super bright punchy green speckles. And then of course paired with a bright green mini skein. These are very festive. So Candy Cane Crush will be listed. I also have Christmas in the Sand, which is definitely something you could knit year-round. This is gorgeous and so saturated. I love this colorway. So these beautiful, I mean, I really love this colorway. Everything is so saturated and bold, and this would be really fun to knit up. Paired with a hot pink mini, Christmas in the Sand. Next up are All Is Bright, and I've had this in the shop before as well. I have not dyed these holiday Christmassy colors for a long time, so it was so fun to get back in my recipe book. I have a recipe book just of kind of seasonal colors, and look at all of the fun festive colorways that I have dyed up in the past. But I love this one because it has some deeper, kind of like navy tones and dark green tones, but then it has some splashes of pink. And I paired it with a pretty green mini. So this is All Is Bright. The next one I have is a new seasonal colorway that I came up with. I really love it. And it's called Shell-abrate the Season. Pinks, golds, greens, some fun speckles throughout, and then I paired it with a cherry red mini, which I love. So I thought these were so fun. And again, these aren't so in your face holiday or Christmas, but they're very festive, I think, and they're just so pretty. I really enjoyed these. So this is called Shell-abrate the Season. And then I also, this isn't a holiday colorway, but I am adding Papaya Playa as a sock set. And this is it's almost a tonal bright orange color. And I was thinking of a really nice contrasting mini that would go with it. And I love this. This is Cloud 9, which is one of my tonals that I carry in the shop. And I just thought, why not? Like, this is so pretty and unexpected, and you wouldn't put a lavender purple with orange necessarily. But this orange is very bright. It is so bright. And then it has several different kind of tonal speckles. So these are just so punchy and fun. Great for cold, cloudy days. This will definitely cheer you up. So this is Papaya Playa. And I think that is it for all of the colorways I'll be putting into the shop. I did dye quite a bit, so I wanted to make sure everyone had enough, and whatever you needed, it would be in the shop. So hopefully everyone will have what they are looking for as far as the sock sets. Again, my shop update will be this Friday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me below. And I hope to see you on Friday. And I hope you're enjoying all of your knitting and all of your crafting. Thank you so much for supporting my shop this year. This will be the last, I think it'll be the final shop update for 2025. So I'm just so grateful for all of your support. And we have such a nice community within Pineapple Yarn, and I'm just so excited to be here and be able to dye beautiful yarn for you, to weave beautiful towels and provide you with such beautiful items for your home and for your crafting. So I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Until next time, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.